A day after India slipped several spots in the global hunger index, hunger wars have now broken out between the Congress and the BJP. After Rahul Gandhi lashed out at the Narendra Modi government, quoting poet Dushyant Kumar, now Information and Broadcasting Minister Smriti Irani has said Congress is only hungry for votes, that the Congress party should keep its hunger for votes aside and not malign India overseas. Rahul Gandhi had mocked the Narendra Modi government yesterday, saying even if Indians are hungry, they should be patient. He had quoted a Dushyant Kumar poem saying, if you are hungry, be patient. So what if you have no bread? Hunger is a hot topic. India Today's Paulami Saha now joins me for more on this story. Also with me is Congress Party's Tom Varakan. Paulami, take us through the details of this spat between the Congress and the BJP. What did the INB minister say?
Well, basically, Smriti Irani has taken at Rahul Gandhi after he basically quoted Dushyant Kumar, and he passed a comment on the fact that India had slipped to the 100th position on the hunger index. Now this was a position which was at about 55 at the time that India was at the time that this government came to power. Right now we're behind nations like North Korea, Iraq, and other Asian countries as well. Only Pakistan and another Asian country, Bangladesh. So what the Information Broadcasting Minister has basically said that it appears now that Rahul Gandhi is willing to do anything for the sake of power, for the sake of being in power, and if it comes at the cost of maligning the country as well, pushing the image of the country as well worldwide, he would do that as well, but he should instead focus on raising his numbers in Parliament.
Okay. I also want to bring in Tom Varakan. Stay with me, Paulami. I want to bring in Tom Varakan for more on this. Tom Varakan, you have Smriti Irani and JP Nadda both saying that facts versus fiction on global hunger index to enlighten people who are keen to run down your own country. So, Smriti Irani, of course, has quoted saying, "ए सत्ता की भूख सब्र कर, आंकड़े साथ नहीं तो क्या." How would you respond to that, sir?
Very lyrical indeed, but that doesn't solve the hunger problem. The reality is these ministers and this dispensation has lost touch with ground zero. If an international authority gives statistics to prove the situation is worse, they refuse to read the writing on the wall. And it reminds me of the French aristocratic queen who said that if you don't have bread, eat cakes. That's the situation. It's unfortunate that instead of course correction, they're taking on the messenger who's communicating to a larger audience that we are and have a problem in terms of hunger and in terms of the economy. The situation is sinking. Please do something is the appeal from our side. This is not criticism. This has come from an international authority. This is a mirror to this government to understand and acknowledge the fact that they need to act in the remaining terms that they are going to be in office.
Okay, so how does the Congress intend to take this fight forward with this fight pack, with the health minister saying that these statistics are not factually correct? What would you say to him, sir?
Statistics has not been the comfortable level for the present dispensation. Gorakhpur is a standing example on which the health minister must give answers. That was not statistics, that was dead bodies that was speaking. And if they do not realize that these dead bodies get converted into statistics, deaths that have been occurring with children and across the board in hospitals, the health minister should not be worried about statistics. He needs to be worried that people are losing lives. The reality is improve, change, or leave your office. If you do not perform, people of India are not going to spare you. This is not about power. This is about India. This is not about, we don't care who's performing and who's not performing. But if you don't perform, the point is you have no business being in office.
How is the BJP responding to this polemic? You've been speaking to a number of BJP leaders. You have JP Nadda, who says fact versus fiction on global hunger index. But how are they clarifying this stance? Because as Tom Vadakan very rightly points out, it's not statistics, it's the number of people who are dying, whether you talk about Gorakhpur or international bodies that point out these figures.
Well, yesterday this question was put forward to Ravi Shankar Prasad here in New Delhi, and basically he chose to, in fact, focus on the fact Rahul Gandhi had decided to quote Dushyant Kumar as a part of taking a sarcastic jibe at this hunger index, and he focused on that part. He spoke about the fact that does Rahul Gandhi even know Dushyant Kumar? I can quote more of Dushyant Kumar. So it's unfortunate that the government has chosen not to respond particularly to what the jibe is all about. Yes, we've spoken to some people within the party and the government, and what they seem to point out is, of course, the fact, while of course not addressing that hunger definitely is a very serious problem at whatever number we are. If you're anywhere close to about 100 out of 119 countries, then we have something to worry about on our hands. But they focus on the fact that as far as this entire calculation method for this global hunger index is concerned, there has been a change in the sort of the way it is calculated, and that change came about in 2015. So the numbers may have dropped. Like I said earlier, we were at a 45. Now we've dropped 55 points down to 100.
Okay.
If that disparity has come through in just a period of 3 years, then we have to look at the calculation method as well, which changed in 2015.
Tom Vadakan, merit in this point that the BJP raises, that the methodology has changed, the calculation has changed, and that is how this drop in the index is reflecting.
Let me be very candid. Fudging of figures may not have been the habit in India earlier, but now they have taken recourse to it. Now, there is a famous quote from Winston Churchill. I mean, this was quoted by somebody else also. Lies, damn lies in statistics. The story is still untold. Death, suffering, unemployment. That's the show that's going on in India. And that needs to be corrected. I mean, you may have different mirrors before you, but you may wear Italian glasses or you may wear Japanese glasses. That's not the issue. Look at the ground reality. See the hunger, see the death, see the unemployment. And that's the story of India. Unfortunately, I have to say this in public domain, but it's unfortunate. And we have to use such strong words in the interest of India.
And Paulami Saha, for the moment, many thanks for joining me. This is extremely disturbing. The fact